Hello everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what's out there. On today's builds, they're all pretty recent for sure. At the end of the video too, I'll do an update on the Perses-CV3 work in progress. Some more has been done with that as well. Well, the very first creation here is the ESF Poleaxe by Hootsman. And wow, look at this thing. This is it is a vertical CV with some very, very cool shaping going on throughout it, and cool style and texturing as well. Quite a complicated design, I will say. Love how these how it was configured, I guess you could say. All the breakups, all the things that are going on in here. Different parts that are sticking out. There's color change between like this front area here, combined with a lot of different angled wall lines going up the sides, turrets all over the place, some interesting windows, and a lot of interesting block work. It's a big ship. It's a size class 15. I looked at it just slightly before this video. I have not toured the ship though. I just kind of looked at its size class because I was trying to figure out how big the ship actually was, because it's a big ship for sure. But yeah, a lot of things in here is what I'm really kind of dig. So much of this the framework and the way the blocks are set up and things like that just looks really cool. The thrusters out the back look really cool as well. And the fact is, it does have hangars. It has a couple like SV hangars, I would say, up top, and then you have like another hangar on the very bottom. And it does land, and when it does land on the ground, it actually takes up a pretty small footprint considering its size. So, well, anyway, let's go take a look inside this thing, and then we'll take a look at the stats after that. I'm gonna go to the night lighting here a minute, see what we got going on. So it looks like we got a nice usable hangar here, enough space to park some stuff in there. And we got some storage right in the hangar too. So 80K was at harvest controller down there. Med bay, nice and convenient. First, when you walk in and you're all shot up, you can get healthy, get some oxygen. So let's go up the stairs here. All right, it's the Hoover hangar. Harvest. Okay, level 0. So let's keep going on up the elevator until we find the next open floor, which might be a little ways because it is a vertical ship. Okay, so now we're up to floor 1 here. Living quarters, bathroom, showers. Again, I love the labeling. I love when you know what's kind of going on, where you're going to get to in the ship. Putting some LCD signs out there actually work out pretty well. So wow, I got quite the bathroom over here. This is for a lot of people. On the other side, looks like we've got a nice crew area here for sleeping and everything right across the bathroom. Makes a lot of sense. Let's go down this hallway here. Oh, we've got some more crew rooms over here. Nice. And going down over here, another crew area. I went out the same on the other side over here, I bet. Alright, so this is exactly what it said it was going to be, and that is cool. You gotta have a place for your peoples. So, alright, so let's go up to the next floor. 2, what do we got here? Power generators, 01, fuel and O2 storage. Ooh. Nice. Totally different look in here. It's engineering area. Looks like engineering. Love the caution sign up there. That's really that fits very well there. Nice. And we got some power generators, auxiliary power switch. Assume that would add more power generation. Maybe if you're docked on the ground, You could leave that off, save a lot of power. If you're going to fly it around, maybe you get some extra juice. I did not actually look at the description though, so I could be wrong on that. Oh, and then we've got yeah, fuel and oxygen storage. Big area over there with that. Nice. That's cool. That's cool. Just only word of caution. It's not a big deal because it is engineering and it does have a caution sign. But yeah, it's just when you get in right about here, you're gonna get pretty hot. But hey, wear appropriate protective gear when in the engineering area. Alright, so floor 3, what do we got here? Hyperdrive, shield generator, pentax tank, high. Alright. So far it's pretty calm. I'm not getting fried out in the center here. Taxa tanks right there. This looks really cool. Got some different color lights in there. Oh, the shield's way up in the ceiling there. Like the pipe work around the ceiling and throughout this whole room over here. Now, I bet you I get fried in this room. Not yet. Doing pretty good. So we got this warp core here. Like how that's been stylized. Like it really looks like the warp core should go where it is, with all the pipes and different look around it. Again, this is one of those creations that you can tell took a long time to make. It was not a quick project. A lot of detailing, texturing. You can even get up to the shield over here too. So, yeah, it's not that deadly though. Made it sound like it was going to really fry you, but it's reasonably safe in here. Authorized personnel only. Don't know. Oh, that probably opened up the door that I manually opened, I bet. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you don't want the average crew to be traipsing around in this room. I get it. That makes a lot of sense. Be like, I'll be in there with their wrenches and be like, let's turn this and see what happens. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so floor 4 here. We've got second hangar storage med bay. Displaying the stuff inside the elevator is a pretty slick idea. I've failed to ever do that myself. But now I'm thinking, why not? Because you can place LCDs and you can put information on a wall. I guess I was so heavily reliant on decals inside of elevators that I never really thought about actually just dumping projector LCDs in there. Nice idea. Oh, so now we got a full medical room over here. Interesting technique with the ceiling, changing the orientation of each block to create a bit of a different pattern. That's pretty cool. Also getting in some of these deco pieces in here to add more stuff in the medical area. That is slick. Okay, so and then we got second hangar and storages. Ooh, so we got another big hangar over here. This one, of course, you know, with its orientation, you could get HVs in here, but you'd have to do it in space, I think. I don't think any acrobatics would get you up this high into the ship to park a HV there, but in space you could, but it's probably designed for SVs or potentially a really small CV. Nice. So, yeah, everything's kind of laid out pretty neat here. Let's go on through the, oh, that's where I was. Okay, so this would just go off the back of the ship over here. Makes a lot of sense. I'm seeing all this stuff up here, but there must be another floor to probably hit. Probably floor 5 here. Oh, and then we got a core room. We got our CPU blocks throughout. Nice little LCD core status. And then your offline and gravity generator are over in this area. Probably would make a lot of sense to get those, well, at least the gravity generator centralized in the ship. You don't need multiples. Maybe it has more than one, though. I'd have to look at the specs. Alright, so let's head up to level 6. Main hangar, constructors, main storages, repair bay, and then we got an armory on the other side. So yeah, another big hangar. This one's probably a little bit bigger than the other two yet. Like the catwalk going across the ceiling as well. That is pretty slick. I'll have to take a look at all its storage here too, and what it's got going on there. But very nice, very nice. Yeah, let's go. So there's some more rooms up here too. Oh, we're getting right into the bridge over here now. So this will be your captain's seat, flying above. Definitely have a pretty good view looking downward, that's for sure. Just gonna do the glass check to see if we're tinted or not. No, yeah, glass is right. Hard to tell in the dark. Not very nice. Yeah, cool glass formation around the elevator there too. That's kind of slick. Definitely like that. Alright, so we're at level 7 bridge. Okay, so that just goes to the bridge. I just got up here a different way last time. I think I came in through the hangar. Oh, and then we got another room over here, and this would be, looks like ammo and some lockers. So it just looks like it's using traditional ammo boxes in this room. I'll have to see if there's another ammo controller in here or not. It did look like I had quite a lot of weaponry on this. And our bridge that we just kind of seen. Alright. And that's not it though. Okay, so level 8 got a little bit of a misspelling right here on lounge. Other than that, I know it's a lounge. Ah, very nice. Big open area here. Places to sit and chill, eat some food, get some food. And what do we got off the back over here? Ah, some more quiet areas. You're gonna have little meetings, things like that. Plan out your plan out the course. And we got some side elevators over here too. I'll have to inspect. Okay, and this goes out. This is if people get out of line in your ship, this is where you have them walk the plank. Nah. Okay, let's see here. Wow, these elevators are, so this goes down quite a ways here. So this goes zooming right past I didn't even notice these side elevators when I was looking at the main hangar here. And that goes all the way down to the other hangar below the main hangar. So this got a lot of hangar space on it too. It's size class 15, which is not like super crazy. So it does have a lot of good useful function in here besides being a big combat looking ship. Okay, so and then we got teleporter and EVA airlocks. Alright, so our teleporter's right there, nicely set to a sensor. That's a important thing to do too. If you put a teleporter in a ship, the easiest way is to put it like just how it's done here. Put a sensor like right above it, only covering this block, so it does not need to be on until you're physically standing on it. And if it is, it sucks up a lot of power out of your ship. So just if you're not familiar with that, it's something good to know. I would always put in a sensor with a teleporter like that. Yeah, another way out over here. This is for jogging around the ship. No, it's actually really cool. You know, if you're parking on the ground here, and let's say I go back to daylight, I mean, you got yourself a pretty nice little view, looking all over the place. See if the bad guys are coming from way out. And now I realize that we're only at this level of the ship. We went up that far so far, and there's more. There is more. So let's keep on heading up this elevator. We got to get in the farming section here. I'll go back to nightlight here again. All right, so we got some grow plots around the area here. Interesting way that it's been done. It works. It fits all in the room here. And let's go up to the next floor. Okay, looks like we're going up a ways to the top actually. Hallway to generator, sector O2, auxiliary power, and observatory bridge. See, I'm liking, you know, from one room to the next, so you're getting a different vibe and a different atmosphere due to lights and colors and textures and things like that. And that is cool. I like the variety. When you have a big ship like this, if it was all the same, even if that was a nice look, it is still, I think, better to have some variety into it. Just, you know, like you could pick one room of one type, like engineering. I do, especially with engineering, is I usually go with like a orange look with that, just to make it stand out, make it look different. So when you're touring the ship, it's not all more of the same. You know, it's a breakup on it. Oh, here's the big generators. I was wondering. A ship this size, I figured was going to need some pretty beefy generators in here, and here they are. So a lot of danger signs. This is pretty cool combination of glass and well, I think that's just glass wrapping around the doors, but that makes kind of a pretty cool look. And they're all behind glass, so if this stuff blows up, it shouldn't it'll would probably blow up the stuff on one side of the glass, but it would not carry over to the other side. So, oh, we got another danger area here. Enter at your own risk. Auxiliary power unit, extreme heat and radiation levels. Yep. Yep. Now this one's yep. It's not lying. So yeah, some more auxiliary power. This is probably what that switch might have done before. We also have some thrusters that are backed up over here, so that's what really causes that extreme heat, is the distance that you are from the thrusters. And that's not all, because we're still going up here, and now we've got, looks like an airlock at the top with some basic conveniences in here. So if you're coming in from the top of the ship, you've got O2 and you can get healthy and grab some armor, put away some armor. And then we get up to, looks like another bridge area way at the top of the ship. This is definitely looking out. Let me check the glass thing on this too. Ah, so that's something that could be done here. Is the glass is probably a little bit more tinted than it needs to be on this room. Again, hard to tell at night, but that takes us all the way to the top of this ship. All right, well here, let's get light back on. We'll take a look at the specs. See what this is all about. Now I'm in Reforged Eden right now, so I don't based on CPU, or no, I'm not in Reforged Eden. I'm in vanilla. My apologies. I'm in vanilla right now. So yeah, this is totally cool. Totally cool in vanilla. Let's see, what have we got here? So 25-hour, 19-minute build time. We're running quite a lot of weaponry throughout the ship. Rocket turrets, 18. I would say this does, if you're playing with weapon limits on, it would probably have a problem with this stat here, because I believe the maximum allowed of that type, which also includes flak turrets, is, I believe, 12. But yeah, it all depends. Like, I don't actually like to play with weapon limits on. I think it kind of, and some creations I build that ignore that as well. So that's totally cool. And if you're, you know, if you're hopping up in the realm of super endgame stuff, you really kind of want to have more weapons than that. Motion-wise, looks like it does pretty good. I mean, it's a big ship, but it has the thrust to move it pretty good too. So we got 53 takeoff over here. A lot of oxygen tanks, a lot of fuel tanks, so this should be able to stay going for quite a long period of time, I would think. No RCS. Let's take a look at the excuse me. Take a look at the storage in here. Oh, all nice and labeled. So constructor in. It doesn't look. From what I've seen so far, it doesn't look like too many of the storage areas were set maybe to like 320K. There's a lot of storage, and it's labeled, and they can certainly fluctuate in size. But this is neat. This is neat. It's nice, nice to see everything kind of, or a lot of them like labeled on the top side, like for your primary stuff. I couldn't exactly tell you the total amount of storage in this ship. I would have to add up all the numbers. It definitely does have some pretty decent storage, crops and seeds, and yeah, it looks like it's probably was used in game, I bet too. So anyway, very cool creation, very unique and creative. I looked at another vertical ship not too long ago. This one I think is a little bit bigger than the other one was, and of course different looking style and things like that too. But very nice looking ship. So the next one on here is the Arcturus, if I said that correctly, V1 by 50K Cheese, and that is this guy over here. This one's currently up on the spotlight on the workshop, and I commented on this one too. I thought the shaping on this one was really cool. There's a lot of things going on here. It's constantly breaking up what's going on, but it has enough uniformity so it doesn't look like chaos. So that's kind of important too. I mean, yeah, if you can put breakups like this all over the place, and it's like every little bit is designed different than other parts of it. Some of this is really crazy, like this thruster assembly over here. Can't say I've ever seen that done before in that manner. I've seen vertical thrusters somewhat similar to this, but out the back of the ship on some ships before, but I've never seen it used this way on the side of a ship. But I haven't seen everything, so there probably is creations like that. It's just I haven't seen them. Nice. It's got a bunch of spotlights, but they're off by default. Love that. This is just unique. These are like, like almost like this one over here is open with like these fan blades, and these other ones are closed. That's pretty unique. Pretty interesting landing gear setup on the front here too. It's like kind of looks like these would rotate out, and then you've got a shock in the middle of them, you know, to help you know, when you're landing, so it puts less stress on the actual landing gear that way. And we've got a pretty interesting looking side hangar double door set up here. The blockwork all kind of around that, making it look like its own thing. I like this big body line here, this big angled surface, which kind of also goes and coincides with the thrusters on the front of it. And then the dark on the inset and the light on the outset. It's typically a really good look when doing that. Again, I would relate that to a lot of different like Star Wars style ships. Would do similar aesthetics. I got wow, look at that crazy thruster assembly over here. It looks like it's its own part attached onto the ship. Like if it got blown up, maybe you could replace that piece, or you could almost, you know, if it's under construction, you could almost see like some crane or something like bringing in this thruster thing and just mounting it as one big unit to the ship. And when you get up into this upper deck section over here, this top section, almost like you've got a conventional ship type building structure on it, which is really cool. Also seeing quite a lot of turrets on this ship, and this is really cool. This I don't know if I would call it a deck gun or not. It's kind of big for a deck gun, but it is on a deck, and it is a big gun, and it's actually got like your actual launchers in here, so that's cool. That is cool, and it's all shaped like a turret. Looks like it could swivel around, potentially angle up, and hit multiple different targets from different directions. And at the back here, oh, we got a nice like a landing pad going into a hangar on the back. Love the overlooking windows as well as the like almost like the control tower at the top. Pretty cool shaping over here as well. Look at all the more turrets on the bottom. which look like they're designed to fire. Well, they could fire forward to some extent, but definitely kind of a broadside setup over here. Very cool, very cool. Well, anyway, let's do the nightlight and touring of the ship here a minute. Sometimes it's hard to realize, you know, when you grab these things, how big some of these ships actually are. Like the first couple here are really big. The other ones are smaller in the video, but these first two are just ginormous. So yeah, I like the hangar. It's got plenty of room. Looks like it's pretty straightforward hangar here. Let's pick a door, see where it goes. Ooh, look at this. Nice eating area or chill out restaurant, lounge. The ceiling's really cool. The blockwork done on the ceiling. Love it. Yeah, there's so much. I mean, imagine if all this was just full blocks here, how much less detail you would have in a room versus swapping these blocks out to all these partial blocks, but of course, I'm sure keeping a solid floor above it. And some utility over there. Ooh, look at this hallway. Interesting, interesting. Well, this one I can tell is going to be a lot of exploration too. Interesting looking look in the side room here. Again, I love going from like one style to a different style in different zones of the ship. It's always cool. This hallway area is actually quite expansive too, isn't it? I don't know where I'm going though. No idea. Blinky light. Hey, I haven't seen too many blinky lights in a lot of these more recent ships that I've looked at. So we've got some regular ship components in here. Looks like we got a shield and pentaxa tank. Like the aesthetics around it, the piping, the all the blockwork done to the ceilings and the walls, and internal access to the shield. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Let's see here. Oh, you can actually get out and walk along this this stretch over here. There's actually some stuff out here too. Interesting. Oh, look at that. So we got angled, and then angled hallway over here as well. Well, that is pretty crazy. Okay, got another hallway like that. Center. Oh, holy generators. Now that's a generator room. Wow. Yeah, those are, no, those are the 1x3 generators. Okay. Yeah. This would be an area that you would definitely want to wear some protection on. Not as bad as sitting next to a thruster, though. Those are the worst. That's a lot of generators. Looks pretty cool. I mean, I like again like the wall shaping on this room. How the walls are kind of like rounded on the edges. That is a cool look. Even in the hallways here too, how all of it's kind of metal or regular wall, and then you've got like this this separate texture color difference on the lower side of that makes it look more elegant, I would say. So that was all from going through this one way over here. So let's see. Let's go the other way. Again, I do like the use of angled walls inside the interior. Typically, that's pretty hard to pull off with smaller ships because you just don't have the space, or it will waste some space. But it really really looks neat. The only problem, and the same problems I run into as well, trying to do angled hallways, is texturing. You can't put any texture that would like line up at an angle and make all this stuff really coherent that way. But it's just limitations of the game itself. There's nothing you can really do about that if you're going to do angled hallways. Wow, this is cool. Very tall ceiling in here. DVD video. Hey man, we're up to Blu-ray, and actually that's almost like obsolete now. It's just like streaming. Yeah, I like the overlook over the hangar here, and this balcony. I sort of took a shortcut flying around, so let's just stick on the ground here a minute. Oh wow, there's more hallways over here. Okay, and that, okay, so that just loops around. Down the hatch here. Elevator over here. Looks like that goes up to this section here. We've got another hallway. And looks like we got some crew rooms off the side over here. With a big double door. Nice. And some kind of a quick entry zone if you're gonna if you're flying around out in space. It looks like you could pop down in here. Oh, that's cool. Didn't even notice this down in the hangar, but there's a walkway with some glass over the hangar. And that looks like it gets to the pilot seat, which is way back over here. Okay, so that's probably set up for a lot of defensive purposes. I don't know if there's another bridge on here yet. I'll have to. I wouldn't doubt there is. So I'm pretty sure there is actually. Wow, this is just one of those ships you can tour around in quite a long time again. We've got some storage out over here. Elevator going up this way. Wow, interesting. What is this overlooking? Is that a room that I looked at already? I don't think so. Wow, this thing's just, wow. I didn't even get to all these areas yet. Yeah, this thing is no joke. It's a big ship. It feels like I'm walking through, oh, hey, I found a farm. Feels like I'm walking through like a big building or a hotel or something. It's, well, a moving hotel. With guns and hangars. O2. Some different access points I've noticed that go to the outside of the ship. So let's take a look at this hangar here. So we got a repair bay over here. General utilities. Is this how I came in the first place? I don't think so. I wouldn't doubt I missed some areas of the ship when I'm touring it though, because I have to say I'm quite thoroughly lost at this point in time. So 6 shooting range. It's got a shooting range. Look at that. Cool. Didn't expect a shooting range. But that is kind of cool. I don't have much in guns. I could whip out my color tool though. Paint some things. Oh, that's cool. Yep. You gotta have a shooting range. It's a new feature. It's like a drone hatch, you know. All right. This is just plain and simply just really cool. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. It's like a big war game strategy map going on here. On the floor with LCDs and a nice little border trim around it. Very slick. Very quite innovative. I definitely like that. Automatic span free. Would you like to know more? Sorry, I just had that impression. I don't know if you've caught the reference or not. Starship Troopers. Well, this is one heck of a ship to explore as well. Holy smokes. There's just places and more places. Oh, check out this. It's like the communications internet cafe kind of thing. I'm seeing some things in here that kind of would remind me a little bit of the Leviathan, especially with like the shooting range and different areas around it, some of the hallways and things like that. And I just got to figure out, does this ship have a swimming pool? Seriously? I just said that randomly. I did not know there was a swimming pool here. And I would, yeah, okay. The ship does have a swimming pool. That's funny. That is funny. I really, if you please believe me, I didn't know there was a swimming pool there. It was very ironic that I just happened to think of that right as I came across that room, or right before I actually seen it. So, and let's see, let's head up over here. Okay, so we were just here. Man, another larger room over here. Looks like a place for people to have big meetings. Yeah, it's kind of like the UN section on the Leviathan. Anyway, amazing build. Really cool. A lot of work, big ship, a lot of shaping going on. Interesting ideas with some, especially the strafing thrusters, but the main thruster units are really cool as well. Turrets, this whole center bridge area is really slick. Yeah, really cool build. Really cool build. So, again, like with all these videos, all the links to the Steam Workshop creations will be on the video description, so you can go grab any one of these ships and check them out for yourself. Nice. Well, the next one here is the Explorer 26, and this is by TheGregorX. So this one, yeah, I seen it up there, and I thought the shape and design of it was really cool. From just the overall looks of it, I like again the constant breakups with the hull, the separate sections that are like kind of based around particularly like parts. It gives it a more realistic feeling. Like you can almost kind of anticipate a bit how this was assembled, and quite defined there. A lot of nice looking block work going on here. Again, nice angles, shapes, interesting hangar door. So it's kind of protected. So like the front of the ship would be out here, but then you can actually hop into the hangar from this carved out area or different section over here. A lot of nice little aesthetics as well. The use of the colored side pieces over here, that's pretty neat. In fact, I'm gonna have to seen a lot of texture lights. I'm gonna have to take a look at what this looks like at night here too a second. So let's kind of stick out. Consistent texture lights around it. I like the cockpit area, especially in conjunction with these side pieces here. But it also fits well, like these pieces, although much different than the rear ones, present some form of nice uniformity, I guess you could say. So it's not like it's different, but it looks good together. And a bit of a similar style between like this and this, but it's totally different parts, which that's really cool. All right, let me get. We'll just keep it dark, and then we'll go tour this ship here. So coming into the hangar. Well, first impressions, looks really nice. So white lighting, and like the hangar floor, it's very clean. Looks like we've got some utility function over here. And I apologize, did I not look at the stats of the last ship again? I will after this one. I'll finish this one, and then I'll just take a look at the stats of the last ship. Or maybe maybe I didn't look at the storage. There's something I popped in my head that it's like, did I do that? I don't think I did. When you get older, you just start losing your mind. It happens. So this is pretty cool. So this is the engineering area, done in a different yellow accents with the white, and then the darks in the mix, and a lot of detail, deco pieces, the generators, CPU core blocks, right off from the hangar. Let's check out one of these elevators here. So this would get you up. Oh, I didn't even notice this down from the ground floor that there's a walkway around there, and then this would be our. Huh, so it drives in reverse. No, wait a minute. Yeah, no, that is a reverse cockpit. I'm on the, it's cool, so you can fly this the other direction as well. Nice. And we got our gravity, thrusters. Alright, so how do I get, I bet you here. Oh, look at this. So now we've got a farm plot over here. Looks like it's all peaceful. Nice, nice overlooking glass out there. Medical area. That's very defined. You know what's happening in that room. And fridge. Out to another landing pad on the back side over here. Like the roof line in here, all kind of rounded off with side deco block trim. Crew area over here. And we come out to this elevator here, which this looks like it gets us into the main bridge over here, or the forward bridge. Huh. Very interesting place for a shield. That's different. I don't think I've ever seen a shield displayed in that manner in this location on a ship before. Huh. That's pretty cool. Nice, nice visible range here from the cockpit, and huh. Very cool. What we got going on this floor? Okay, I was already here. This is the farm section, the crew area. All right. Anyway, very cool. Let's take a look at the specs of this one. So this one is a size class 4, so considerably smaller than the other ships that were shown. Does use some estrium, zirconium. Pretty light on the on grow plots, with only 9 in there. CPU wise, we're looking at 1500, so it's a CPU tier 3. So this and it has some spare to add some more parts. So that's also very cool. And I want to see, is this okay? That's deco. Okay, so yeah, wasn't sure. I believe this is a vanilla build as well. Very cool ship. Awesome work on that. All right, so the next one is the CV Honeybee by Scorpi, and that is this one over here. This one, yeah, I kind of looked at the picture on the workshop, and I thought it had a pretty cool looking design. It's compact but stylish, and it has some interesting use of projector LCDs on here, with some rings in certain areas here. That is pretty cool. The colors are nice. Like the shade of orange mixed with the black and gray and white. So this is kind of I look at this as kind of like a 4-color or 4 base color creation, at least from the exterior of the ship. Yeah, cool aesthetics. We got a hangar in there too. And hangar door on the top side as well as looks like a door going in there. We've got some weaponry. Again, it's a small ship. I have a feeling that man, you know what? I forgot to look at the specs over here. Gosh darn it, again. One sec. Uh, it's amazing. I'm talking about one thing and thinking about something else sometimes. This is so this one had a 30-hour build time. This one's going to be quite expensive. CPU-wise, it fits within vanilla CPU. 10 million CPU. It uses most of that for sure. Storage on this ship looks like, okay, so we got cargo boxes. I was looking for container controllers. There we are. So it looks like we have multiple 320s along with a whole lot of other storage, smaller devices. Just seeing if they're all... it'd be neat if the game actually produced some kind of storage overview. Maybe to say like the total amount of storage, how many systems it had. Just kind of add up those numbers because I can say this ship has a lot of storage on it, but I mean to really calculate how much storage on it would take quite a while to figure out, adding up a bunch of numbers. But sorry about that. Sorry on this one here. I'm back. Gotta remember to look at those stats. Or I screwed up on another video a couple weeks ago, I think, too, where I just totally didn't look at the stats on one of these, and it's kind of important. So I apologize for that. It's not intentional. So nice little interior on here. You got a little bit of parking space. I don't know how you could roll up stuff in here, and you could park something here. You could probably park something small even on the side over here. Not a huge amount of hangar space. It does have a top-down door too, so you could kind of come right in and probably dock on this section over here. Let me get back to night lighting here. See what this looks like. So we've got our warp core right over the hangar door. That's kind of interesting location for it, as well as a lot of other parts here. Generator, fuel, Wi-Fi, detector, CPU core block. Pretty busy space over here. Again, on smaller builds, though, I mean, you're really forced to put your main parts a lot closer together. You just don't have the room to work with. And this ship is actually quite small. Looks like we got 130 some K storage right there. Before I move, oops, wrong button. Let's hit this button. So we've got the one controller for 133,000, and then we've got, looks like, just an ammo box and a couple fridge and cargo box pallet. Now, looks like that's right there. Small constructor over here. O2. Yeah, very nice. So spec-wise, looks like it moves decent. About double the forward thrust versus reverse thrust. It has quite a bit of lift thrust. Shouldn't have any trouble with the cargo that's in here. Some turrets. So 4 minigun, 2 cannon, a detector. Look at the build time on this one. This is the big thing here on a ship like this. Is it's hour and 35-minute build time for a CV. That's pretty low. I think even the smallest CV I've built, which is the Scorpi, I believe has closer to a 2-hour build time, or even over 2-hour build time on that. And this does have an RCS in it as well. Interesting. So CPU-wise, this is CPU tier 2. So yeah, it's and it's not even using all of that. So you've got some wiggle room and some stuff you can do, and then more CPU intensive parts. Looks like we have some cutouts here for potentially more fuel, something like that. not seeing like any indication or like an LCD display on upgrades, but I gotta assume that you could pop in some more things in here. But overall, this is a definitely in the starter CV realm, a low cost one at that, and quite stylish looking. So very cool build on this. The last one, all these were CVs. The last one is just kind of a whim item I looked at. This one is a SV, and this is the NT-Cygnus by NT. Cool looking ship. I guess what stuck out for me was its white and black angled styling and kind of uniformity on it. Now, it's rare to see a larger craft with this particular SV cockpit on it, but it works quite well for this ship. Very long neck. I like how this separates here, this angled color in relation to the angled colors around this area, and just the general shape of that going around the whole area. Just it's a cool look. It looks clean. It looks I think it has a really good look to it. It's unique. It's big wide wings, quite a lot of thrusters, forward thrusters on here. Some turrets in the back. What kind of weaponry do we have on here? Got another turret there, and then we've got, looks like some plasma fixed weapons out on the wingtips, and a bunch more fixed weapons back over here below these thrusters. So rocket launchers, miniguns, and it also looks like we have some interior, which is really cool. Now it looks pretty neat on the rear thrusters here too. Again, the black mixed with the white in certain formations, I think really gives us a nice bump in aesthetics. Just especially the angled sections over here, and little subtle things like this nice fluent trim line that goes all the way from the front to the back of the ship. So I'll do the lighting thing in here too. This obviously it's SV, so it's going to have a really small interior. And storage over here. So what do we got here? About a little over 13K storage there. And this is ammunition. I like the labels there. It's kind of neat how they're insetted into the wall like they are. It's a pretty cool look. And when you're actually, what I often forget sometimes when I'm building SVs, I'm in God mode, and I'll be looking at this view, and then when you get out of God mode, you realize that your head is like right up at the ceiling at 3 blocks. And I had to do that with a lot of ships too, where it's almost like you're gonna bump your head on stuff. But I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Oh, this is interesting. So we got a passenger seat over here, but navigation map, keyboard. That's cool. That is cool. Spotlight on off. Oh, different color backing. A lot of color in the spotlight LCD. You got Wi-Fi open there. Main core over here. Constructor, taxi tank, shield. Now, one thing I have not looked at on these creations too is what is the basic hull material on these. I would say this one is steel, hardened steel. Let's see if that's consistent. Okay, hardened steel on that one, hardened steel on this one, steel. Sometimes I'll just check the front too. Okay, so the front of this one was beefed up with combat steel. That's a pretty good plan. This one looks like we're dealing with, I would say, overall hardened steel again. So yeah, looks like everybody picked good choices for what their creations were on what their materials were used on building them. Anyway, very cool setup today on these creations again. Just taking a look at this one here on specs, 3 hours and 36-minute build time. Quite a few fixed weapons as well as some turrets. It's going to use some Estrium and Zacosium, but that has mainly to do with the weapons that are on here. 14 fuel tanks on this SV, so it's a pretty long operational time. That's a lot of fuel tanks. O2 tanks, 2 unlock level 20. Really fast moving forward. A lot of lift as well. And storage, we got a looks like a traditional ammo box. Am I looking at the right thing here? No, it's got the wrong creation. Oh my god, that was all the wrong creation. No, it wasn't. Alright, let me hit this button again. Okay, now we're looking at no, that's the Honeybee. This is not the Honeybee. I guess, I don't know. It keeps showing me the Honeybee when I'm looking. Let me change my ship here, Cygnus. Yeah, there we go. So container controller with 13K, and then an ammo controller with another 13K, and then we have our quite a lot of fridges on here. Very cool creation. Alright, so last thing I just want to do is show you an update to the Perses-CV3. You can see I've been really hosing up the flight deck on this. I'll have to retexture it. It doesn't want to be seen. It's trying to get away. And I don't have any fuel on me either. Jeez, I suck. Fuel. Alright, so, I mean, obviously right now I'm kind of building this for, it's going to be for Reforged and Vanilla. Don't pay any attention to CPU specs on it so far. I just wanted to show you progress that has been done on the interior of the ship. So I'm going to go to night lighting a minute. And so I have started in on a few different areas of the ship now. The front of the hangar, kind of see I've got some more ceiling underway right now and trying to work out some of these walls and things like that, and I'm more focused on this section here. I don't have any LCDs in place, or final detailing or tweaking and things like that has not been done. I'm missing a door right here right now. When you come through here, I also did up this room. This is the main entry room of the ship from from below, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of the hangar in the Merc Renegade, a little bit of that styling. Engineering, this is very largely unfinished. I just sort of started on trying to figure out where I'm going to be putting parts, the big parts. I keep moving them around. I had the shield and I had the warp core in a different spot already. I had the shield in a different spot already. Not sure if these are going to be their final locations or not. I'm trying to fit things around to maximize space and make it look cool, but also keep things away from the front of the ship. So that is kind of what's been going through my head. I haven't nailed exactly the layout I want in here yet. So that's why I haven't quite finished the engineering section. Another section that I got mostly set up is the farm section over here. Now I changed this all around. Last time I showed the ship, I had a secure bridge here. That secure bridge is now going to be built on the other side over here. So I wanted this space clear so I could put in a better farm. That was divided up in the middle, and I didn't like how you got off the elevator. You had to walk past the pilot chair to like steer the ship in the in that area. Just wasn't working out very good for me. So, I mean, this is largely unfinished. I'll just put on lights for now. I do have the farm plots set up to switches, but I mean, there's gonna be more tweaking in here too. Everywhere I haven't added fridges or food processors or anything. On areas of the ship that are not finished, obviously this whole front section, once I get this engineering figured out exactly how I want it and whatnot, I'll be a lot happier. Right now, it's one of the problems I'm having with this is my floor height is obviously 2 blocks high, but I've got this one part, being the shield, that's 3 blocks tall. So that's going to have to infringe on the upper floor above it as well. And I was just trying to figure out on like where could I put that to keep it like, you know, where it's not too obstructive. So I keep shifting it around. I did go asymmetrical down here as well. I changed the way the layout of this room was done, so I got rid of the hallway on one side, and I wanted to just run a one hallway going up this side, so I can offset the these parts over to this wall. And it's possible this shield might move over that way too. So as you traipse through the ship, some other familiar characteristics to the other Perses is I've got this big top section over here above the hangar area, or kind of going along the sides of the hangar. Well, actually works out pretty good, and you can do a lot with this flight deck ceiling blocks here, so a lot of these will be replaced yet. That's why I haven't bothered to retexture all my changes over here yet, because I'm going to have to rip a lot more of the flight deck apart so I can stylize the inside of this. And this will connect over to the elevators that come down the rear of the hangar, and what I've got to do is build probably a catwalk of some origin that would come from about here, that would go to about here and then up, so you can get into the this section here, which would have an elevator probably about this location that will also get you up to the first person bridge. Don't mind my floating pilot seat over there. I'll probably be changing a lot. And yeah, so basically it's totally not done, but more and more work is getting done to it. I've been trying to like bang off like a section each day until I can get it all wrapped up. My next big project though, and I'll be really happy once I get engineering done and finalized, I'm probably going to put some extra locations for generators, and I may do that somewhere in this hangar area out here. One last thing I did do is I kind of built out this little thing that kind of protrudes into the hangar a little bit over on this far side, but I needed a place to put a gravity generator, and if I would have put it down in engineering, it didn't have the range to provide gravity to the rear of the ship, so then I would need to run 2 gravity generators. So I decided to put a central one right in the middle of the ship, or just about the middle of the ship, to so 1 gravity generator can cover the entire ship. I don't think I don't believe the CV2 Perses or the original had that set up. I think it had 2 separate gravity generators, one in the hangar, one in the front engineering area. This one, again, trying to be more optimal, just having the one central one, although it was really put it in kind of an odd spot to put a gravity generator, as in this section just didn't have like normal places you could put parts like that, due to the hangar and where it gets into like the front section of the ship. But it is coming along. I did a lot of playing around with the ceiling on this one, trying to make it look different than some other ships, but some of the same stuff going on, where I just keep digging into all these ceiling blocks, which in this case just needs to be flat on the other side. So you got a lot of fluctuation on blocks that have, you know, one surface area that is flat, so you can chop into it, make different formations and stuff like that in here. Well, anyway, that's all I've got for today. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope I didn't screw it up too bad on my little disarray with some of the stats on these ships, showing things out of order. I got to get used to this and get my little program down a little bit better. But I'm just an amateur here, and I'm primarily a builder. So anyway, you all have yourself a good weekend. I'll talk to you later.